Time now for the Peter Channel Saturday Morning News on this Saturday morning, November 5th, 2016. Get on! Good morning to you all on this lovely Saturday morning, November 5th, 2016. There are your news and top story at 8:20 a.m. on this Saturday morning is, with 3 full days left in the campaign, Donald Trump's pathway to the presidency is narrow, defined, and unforgiven, and biggest by the Republican nominee who continues to trail Hillary Clinton in the most national polls, sweeping the 3 must-win states. In run up to the presidential election, Hillary Clinton positioned herself to be a consideration of the economic policies of President Barack Obama. The company that owns the National Enquirer, backer Donald Trump agrees to pay more than $50,000 to a former Playboy centerfold model for a story of an affair a decade ago with the Republican presidential nominee, but then didn't publish it according. Herbal Iraq's federal police forces and army troops attacked the ISIS town of Hamad Ali, south of Mosul on Saturday as Iraqi-led coalition forces seek to drive back the ISIS militants from the last major Iraqi struggle. Former New York Mayor and top Donald Trump's surrogate Rudy Giuliani denied nor about the new emails to the FBI investigation to Hillary Clinton's private server before they came public after he said to say that he heard about it ahead of time. One of Chibok schoolgirls abducted in Nigeria has been found within a 10-month-old baby son on military says the girl was discovered in Puka in northern border states, spokesman Sana Usman said. A Syrian soldier on Friday in a rebel at Eastern Aleppo, as a Syrian Russia said Friday, was the last chance of people to escape before an all-out assault. Jerusalem, 3 American military traders decided to help upgrade the Jordan's armed forces were shot to death on Friday at a Jordan Air Force base, and an alarming confrontation that raised questions about the relationship between the 2 long-time allies. Seoul, South Korea. Tens of thousands of South Koreans poured out of the streets of downtown Seoul Saturday. Years of words included treason and criminal to prevent that President Park Geun-hye stepped down as amid an explosive political scandal. U.S. intelligence agencies do not see Russia as capable of using separate espionage to alter the outcome of Tuesday's presidential election, but they have warned that Moscow may continue building after the voters the stones and ups. New Jersey, a federal jury is better than Friday convicted 2 former senators from Republican Governor Chris Christie's administration in a political retaliation plot to time traffic at the George Washington bridges, far from the last legal development. An NYPD charged with a skilled Friday with a broad daylight gun battle in the Bronx that left a 7-car woman and heavily armed suspect dead, sources said. Washington State elector Robert Seneca showed at the car cut out Murray said the city won't vote for Hillary Clinton if she wins the popular vote in the state. Police say at least 8 people are injured during a shooting out at an Oakland, California nightclub. None of the injuries were considered life-threatening. U.S. economy at 161,000 jobs in October. The unemployment rate dipped to 4.9%. NetSuite Incorporated insurance owners and endorsed Oracle Corporation bid for the software provider cleared in the path of the $9 billion acquisition after weeks of conflict between large investors and executives order the price tag. Winnie King is supposed to be Google's confirmed that Snapchat was a Google Capital portfolio company, but declined to comment beyond that. The article is that goes to be aspired to December by 2045. Average American contributed by later the rapid meltdown. A new study says. An artwork entitled "What Art What Tree Is" by artist Nazar Batari is displayed in the Eiffel Tower last year by for the 2015 Paris conference. The press and new photos show Europe's Mars probe exploded to pieces. Philip L. Ross, a liberated in the West Seas protected status, went to say 5 years after a great-great-great-grandfather's expedition there. 13 individuals have become ill from a serious and sometimes fatal fungal infection previously unseen in the United States. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said Friday. This weekend, public service announcement reminded us of fallback ended. Daylight savings time by 7 o'clock clocks in an hour early on Sunday, November 6th, and November 7th, so commute over the dark. Anchors in New Hampshire, Donald Trump goes on campaign with Lebanon and warning that isn't a shame sort of the rift about the likelihood Hillary Clinton whether she's elected president or not remain at a federal investigation. While for a few minutes at the end of the rally on Friday afternoon in Anchors in New Hampshire, Donald Trump almost seemed like a typical Republican presidential nominee. Joining to do the Clinton Trump rally. Concord, New Hampshire, Donald Trump is part of New Hampshire, the last-ditch effort to grab the state's for electoral college votes on critical parties of the path to victory. Federal and New York law enforcement officials are girded for heightened security threats as election day. There's one case out for the sensitive conversation about Al-Qaeda areas overseas about 23 states, New York, Texas, and Virginia. Peter Chaladusa is now 8:24 on this Saturday morning, and it is time now for a New England Insular's report in Lowell, Massachusetts, at a working fire at 160 Lafayette Street. Companies Odyssey where smoke showed from a 3-story wood frame where possible. Well, CC trapped on floor number 2. And now Sports at 8:25. Here, last night the North Lancers fall to the North Lancers football team. Lose to the Dennis Young Dolphins 24-7. Norton Lancers boys soccer 11. Quarterfinals, first round playoff game in the NBA Division 3 against Martha's Vineyard Visitors at Martha's Vineyard game times 5:30. And tonight, that Boston Bruins meet take on New York Rangers game time 7 o'clock at the TD Garden. In Chicago, the Dirk Rose Brady mixed the moves and cheers to it. Dirk before his first game back in Chicago Friday night with the New York Knicks. Now that the Chicago comes at the end of their 108-year championship top, they finally enjoyed the perk to the goal out with the being the World Series champion. Arizona Cardinals hold a new title, longest championship title in sports since 1947. Peter Children's name is now 8:26 on this Saturday morning, and it is time now for local news for the Yellow Riverside. In North Andover for 10 years, young people from the youth groups Frontier have given up the companies on the home of one weekend in November to experience of homelessness and raise the money to upgrade homeless in our community. More than 1 young people and 25 adults will get coming together, giving out cardboard boxes for the 10th annual Avatar Area of Youth Homeless Awareness Weekend, Friday, November 11th to Sunday, November 13th at Mason Field in North Andover. Organized prior to celebrate the 10th year of Homeless Awareness this weekend. Andover, the Reverend Calvin Carpenter Center, United Methodist Church in Andover, is continuing a long career in ministry that began with a childhood generation. Seagull, one person was injured in a car crash at a telephone pole due to the section of Arcade Avenue, Pleasant Street on Friday evening. Peter Children's time is 8:26 on this Saturday morning, and it is time now for traffic and transit report. Baby, let's imitate where the subway system is looking good at the commuter rail. Fairmont Worcester train 15 at 7 a.m. from Worcester Opry 5:15 minutes beyond. Train Lake Natick and stop station to track work. Franklin train 1704 expected to depart Forge Park 10:20 minutes beyond schedule to do shuttle buses between Reedville and Durham Corporation. Franklin train 1703 is operated train 25 minutes late between Windsor Gardens and Forge Park to shuttle bus connections. And on the ferries, they are looking again. All right, let's take a look now with some byways of New England and New York City. Let's say you've done in New York City, where 270 the east side it is backed up from 27 blocks up in Brooklyn all the way at 478. 278 the east side it is backed up from Bushwick all the way at the Law Expressway. Law Expressway west side backed up from Bushwick all the way at the Midtown Tunnel. Lincoln Tunnel to the east side it is backed up around the east side from Norfolk, New Jersey all the way out to New York City and Midtown Manhattan. Foxneck Bridge on the north side is backed up, but the Bronx Whiteside Bridge is looking at 95 on the south side is backed up after the Bronx Wilbur Parkway in New York. FDR Drive on the south side is backed up around the Harlem stretch. New Jersey Turnpike looking again from Newark all the way down to the Delaware border. 95 on the north side is backed up between Greenwich and Stamford. Rhode Island highways out looking good. Other highways in Connecticut out looking good. 79 on the south side is backed up around Route 185 and Fall River. Route 3 on the north side is backed up around Plymouth Stretch. 128 on the north side. It's a slow go around Highland Street in Needham due to some demolition of the old Highland Avenue Bridge. So expect some detours and delays around that exit 19A area of Highland Avenue on Route 128 Needham. But otherwise, highways and byways, Massachusetts, Connecticut, right out. Looking good. Highways and byways in Vermont, New Hampshire, May out. Looking good. Interstate 87 to the southbound side is a little slower. Route 11 up in Champlain, New York. Peter Children's time is now 8:28 on this Saturday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this for today. Most of that's got 54 degrees. Coming westbound 5 to 7 miles an afternoon. So if you go to the Circle of Flags fundraiser at the North VFW at 12 noon, perfect weather. Just bringing Jack with you, but perfect weather for any outdoor activity on this Saturday. For tonight, most clouds go about 30 degrees. Light west wind for Sunday. Puck day, Sunday. Puck clouds go about 51 to 31 degrees. Northwest wind about 5 to 7 miles. I shift to the north around 6 miles on Monday. Sunday, most clouds go about 50 to about 34 degrees. North about 6 miles an hour for Tuesday. Sunday, most clouds go about 62 to about 42 degrees. Wednesday, most Sunday puck clouds go about 56 to about 37 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny podcast about 58 to about 42 degrees. And for Thursday, most sun's got about 55 degrees. Currently, is not near. It is fair skies. Fair to cloudy skies. And we have a temperature of 29 degrees with a humidity of 99%, and out in Medford where it's 29 degrees, and at Easton it's 28. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Saturday morning news on this Saturday morning, November 5th, 2016. I'm pretty sure we have a good morning, the good capacity. Hope you have a good day. Have a good day.